Hey, what's up, guys? EJ here, breathing fantasy football, literally. And man, we have made it to the divisional round of the playoffs. Sorry, my voice sounds a little scratchy. Still getting over some COVID stuff, kinda. Maybe just a cough. I don't know, man. You guys know, just hanging out, chilling here. Want to set some lineups with you guys. Look at some unique plays that I see each and every week. We don't always hit on all of them. Man, I'm just one of you guys just trying to set lineups in the background, having some fun. I play some music. Um, I don't try and jump on and do a stream too long, but I like to show some of my plays. I like to see good lineups, and I like connecting with people that hit some smash lineups, man. I'm not out here trying to be like, yo, man, tell me your plays. Hey, if you got some unique plays, hey, you're more welcome to jump on and share them with me. That's what this is. It's the underground kind of network, just sharing GaLaXy, bringing some plays. I made a couple great friends throughout the past 2 seasons doing this now. So I love it, man. It's a lot of fun. I hope one day I can smash a big lineup and give back, and also take care of myself and in my life here, man. I'm gunning for some big lineups, man. I want to hit the 10K, 20K. I always fire a few in the millie. It's fun, man. It's a great sweat. I don't I don't lose sleep on it. And when football season's over, I don't play another sport. If you guys want to continue playing on, hey, that's great, man. No one cares. I don't care. I just need a break from DFS, so I take a little break. I enjoyed my sweats for 6 months playing fantasy football, DFS on Draftkings. It's fun, man. I love being in. I always love a gamble in life, and whatever that means. I love talking mindfulness. I'm a yoga instructor. Uh, I love just being down to earth with whatever it is. Whether gambling like this, yes, it's always a risk. We don't know what these football players are ultimately going to do. The majority of them could go out and get injured, and then our lineups are a bust, or we just don't know, man. That's what's fun about playing the numbers. There is strategy to it. There is knowing who's strength, the weakness of the offense, the defense, what may happen with the weather conditions. All that stuff comes into play. And that's why I love playing DFS. You never know any given Sunday or tomorrow, any given Saturday. So we'll see what happens. There's always all kinds of chatter. I work in an environment where we have 70 TV screens, sports. I work at a casino basically. And I see it every day. There's always people talking about the sports, man. They're always telling you who's going to win, and it applies to DFS. It applies to how we see these lineups. So we're gonna jump into it, man. I love talking. If anybody wants to jump and talk, hey, we can look at lineups together. I got plays. You got plays. Nobody's perfect, man. I can come out here and tell you who I think's gonna win. We could break down and look at each team, the strength, the running back, the receiver, the tight end, all that stuff, man. I can go through ABC format and just try and break it down. It's not my style. I just try to jump around. And if it's not for you, man, hey, it's all good. I'm just doing this for a few more weeks. I did it all season so far. Did it last year. I enjoy it, man. I enjoy just setting lineups. Maybe I could record one that smashes. I recorded a best ball last week for the playoffs, and I made it to round two. I can show you guys. It ain't pretty, man. It's not a pretty line. I only did one. I did two, actually. I did one on the stream last week. Here's the lineup. Here, I'll show you guys. So I did this. I mean, DFS, if you're jumping on, you don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, it's all good. But if you're a DFS guy, then you could relate to this a lot. And I'm not an expert, man. I don't have a PhD in spitting out DFS knowledge, but I enjoy just looking at it, man. I'm a veteran at playing this. I'm not the greatest player. I take a lot of risks. I'm a big risk taker when it comes to DFS. I was all over Giovanni Bernard and Derrick McKinnon last week. I played both of them in the same lineup. I did like 15 lineups in the 6 games, the 3 day slate in the wild card. So like I did 15. I did about 20 to 30 total if you count Saturday separate, Sunday separate, Monday separate with showdowns, yada, yada, yada. For those that play really understand that, what I'm saying there. But, man, I did 15 in the 6-game slate, and about, I think 5 of them had Gio and Jerick McKinnon, and I smashed, man. Seriously, had a couple good cashes, helped me make a little profit. Nothing like no 4 or 5 figures. I do play a lot of single entries. Majority of my lineups are single entries, except last week I did 15 in the 20 entry max. I even did a few single entries, so I saw that this lineup still wouldn't have been optimal, but it was good. I got 182 points, and the guy that took it down had 2 of 3. So I had Mahomes, Bernard. This one had Singletary. I had Cup. So I paid down on the running backs, paid up. The up guys did not do it. I was on Juju Smith-Schuster. I mean, he almost got the right value. I think getting 10 points would have been sufficient for that price of $3K. But it wasn't enough, man. I really messed up in this lineup. I wouldn't say I messed up. I took away my flex right away. I really should have had CJ Usoma as a tight end and had Kelsey in the flex. So when that first game started, I killed my flex. I get it. I understand the strategy on how people say this is how you should play. I mean, I get it. But once I saw that, after this, so when I stop and look at this, after this game, I think I rerouted and did some things and changed it up because I didn't see Bernard was playing until like I don't think I got to this lineup. I didn't see the news, and then I saw that Fournette didn't get activated. I was like, I'm going to fucking jump on Bernard. So I think I added it to him once this lineup was already made. I just did some swaps, and it worked out. So Mahomes was a nuts. Allen was a nuts. If you somehow started McKinnon, he was a 1% play. That was crazy, man. See, Gio was a 1% play as well. I don't know who the 1%, the 5% play is. It's going to get even more rare. When is the 5% play tomorrow? I got my boy Chow telling me that OJ Howard, we're going to look at him in a little bit. I was on break last week. I'm still kind of on break. When I was watching that game, I was watching Tom Brady talking to Brady in the huddle on the sideline. It looks like he wants to get him a touchdown. I mean, what does that really mean? I don't know what that means, but in the red zone, he's going to look his way. If Brady's out there, he's one of Brady's options. He's one of his earlier options, I would say. I wouldn't say he's one of his late. Brady loves to find his tight ends, especially in the red zone, especially near the goal line if they do some type of play action fake. I don't know, man. Bro, hey, what's up, man? Dude, I'm all over Randall Cobb this week. I'm all over him, all over Randall Cobb. I don't like this cocky article that he said today. Randall Cobb said, great things happen when I come back from injuries. And what he means by that is I'm a diehard Packers fan, and a couple years ago, we needed to beat the Bears in Chicago, and Cobb was out most of the season. He came back. He had 2 touchdowns. He had a big game. We won the game. We went to the playoffs. That might have been one of the years the Packers ran the table, I think, and they went to the championship game, and they got blown out by the Falcons. I think it might have been that season. Yeah, in 2016. Then he caught. So he did it against the Giants. So he's basically saying, when I come back from injury, I have a big game. That's what he says. That's the type of thing he's trying to bring. He's trying to manifest that tomorrow. I mean, even if he's not saying he's trying to make it happen, Rodgers is going to need him. He's going to be looking his way. He's definitely going to play the slot if the Niners defense is starting to lock on, and Rodgers is going to throw it short. He's going to make some short passes. He trusts Cobb. Rodgers trusts Cobb. Cobb being 3,100, he should be a big chalk play, especially with MVS out. I think a lot of people still may go to Lazard. I'm not playing that much Lazard. I think I'm only playing 2 quarterbacks. I think I'm going to roll with the Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen. I don't like to spread it out too much, man. I'm not saying those are the guys that are going to smash. I think they should be the guys that are going to smash, but I don't like to, with it being such a small slate, I just want to stick to 2 quarterbacks. And I get a one from 2 possible big games. I mean, a lot of people are thinking the 49ers are going to run all over the Packers. I see throwing a little bit of Elijah Mitchell in there. I don't know how these guys are going to operate in the cold weather. We are going to assume that the Packers are always ready for the cold weather games like this. This is their home environment. We just don't know what the Niners are going to do. Everyone's going to say, hey, they're going to have no problems. Everything's going to be fine. I don't know, man. All I know is Jimmy Garoppolo has a hand injury, and you want to tell me what a hand injury does in the cold weather? Playing the whole game, is he going to be able to keep it warm? I mean, if he really does have some type of bruise, I don't think he has any tears. I could look up what his actual injury is, but I know he has like a hand injury. And, man, that's going to mess him up, dude. Don't you think that has some effect if they fall behind in the game? I think so. Yeah, of course the Niners are going to try and run the ball like 70% of the time. But if they get behind and Rodgers gets into a rhythm and he is determined to move the ball down the field and not struggle, I mean, Packers have struggled a lot. For being 14-3, not many people realize how much the Packers have struggled to get off to a fast start. I can't – I don't have that information readily available to tell you all the times they didn't – I don't even know if they got a touchdown on their opening drive. If they got one this year, it might be one or two. They haven't done that well getting off to a fast start. They're a second-half team. And I hope that's not the case tomorrow night as a fan. And if you're playing – I mean, if you're playing Aaron Rodgers, maybe you're expecting them to possibly be behind. So if Aaron Rodgers is your play, it's not a bad play. I think Devontae Adams, Cobb are your best shots if you want to take some unique swings and go towards the tight end. It's going to be such a low ownership play. I mean, there's 3 tight ends I could tell you to play for the Packers, but that's just me spitting off the Packers. I would save them mostly for showdown plays because, man, you can get guys like Ferkshire for $3,100. Usoma is still cheap. If he's still hot, maybe he's still going to be hot in that offense tomorrow going against the Titans. I think the Titans are missing a cornerback guy, something like that I read. So Joe Burrow, is he going to struggle? Man, the dude looks like he's playoff ready. Am I on Joe Burrow tomorrow? I don't know, man. I think I'm trying to feel like Joe Burrow could struggle. I think a lot of people are all over these young plays like Jamar Chase being a rookie. This may be his ceiling. We may see him just be like smash in the playoffs, like guaranteed 20 points tomorrow. And that's a safe play. I don't know, man. I think I'm going back to McKinnon. He starts to remind me of Michael Carter from the Jets. But did Michael Carter just had a couple good games, right? I mean, his quarterback play was pretty horrible. I love McKinnon. Me and Cha-Cha were talking about McKinnon. And I'm with him, man. The Chiefs, they like CEH. They want to run CEH if he's healthy. I don't know. Who's the odd man out? Darrell Williams, was he kind of benched for that missed handoff by, was that McCole Hardman that did that? And then he didn't see the field anymore in that last game against the Steelers. So those that played Darrell Williams, hey, God bless you. I didn't touch him at all. Sorry that he totally busted. But, man, playing McKinnon, waiting. So if you're playing McKinnon, it's going to be towards the end of the slate. I mostly try and play the biggest games slate that you can. That's my first focus playing DFS. Because I want to try and find that nut combination in a massive player field. when the field gets so condensed, good luck trying to get that optimal lineup where nobody else possibly has it. So the best chance I have tomorrow is playing the 4-game slate. I'm all over the 4-game slate. I'll dip and dabble into a few of the 2 games on each day. But man, trying to find some unique plays for this weekend, yeah, it's gonna be hard. Let's go ahead and look at it. We've been talking 15 minutes. I love talking with you guys. I'm gonna play some music in the background. Let me know if it's too loud. I'm just chilling here, man. You guys know how it is. I already submitted my picks, cha-cha, for our outside of DFS, the thing that we've been talking about the whole time. I don't even know what it's called. I just know that a buddy of mine runs this cool playoff challenge where we picked a team. We picked a player from each team, all 14 teams that entered the playoffs. We picked a player from each team. We started 7, and then when the teams lost, we replaced them. It's cool, man. It's hard for me to explain it and go through it, but it's a fun thing. If anybody's interested in seeing it, we got a cool lineup that we got set up for tomorrow. We're going to be playing Josh Allen times 2. So each week it goes up. So if the guy we pick is still in, we're going to get times 3 next week. And if they go to the Super Bowl, we get times 4. It's a cool, fun challenge. I'm surprised Draftkings. It's kind of like a best ball in a way. There was no best balls. I can't do a best ball draft. I want to do a best ball draft for this weekend, but I didn't see any. Here's my best ball that I was talking about. It's not looking good. I have a slim chance of advancing to the championship. So I made it last week. I drafted this team, not on the left, on the right here, Stafford. And I got Fournette. I got no running backs tomorrow, man. If we're somehow going to make this work, I got no running backs. Is Fournette really going to play? It doesn't look like. If he plays, what is he going to do? They trust running Giovanni Bernard. And the other guy he got more snaps than Bernard. So, Keyshawn Vaughn. So I don't know what to think there, man. Yeah, CH loves Chiefs love Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm not riding last week highs on McKinnon's in terms of chasing first place. I'm totally with you. I'm not on McKinnon this week. I just don't think that's not the way. They know that, if anything, this could be a Derrick Gore kind of game where they're trying to run it. They know Bills are vulnerable against the rush, like the true rush, like power rush, right? Am I saying that right? Like, I don't think the Bills are scared of some scat back. I don't know. So, I mean, what's CH going to do? He's more of like a scat bag, right? Or whatever that means. That's the term that I heard of a running back that catches a lot of balls and is small and shifty. So where are we going? I don't think I really want to touch any of the. I think the Bills are going to make the big push. They're going to make the shutdown. And if the Bills get out to a lead, if they get off to a fast start, like let's say the Bills don't punt until the second quarter or third quarter, and they get out to a 14-3 lead or 17-7 lead, man, Mahomes is just going to be gunning it out to his guys. And I guess some of the running backs could catch up in, but I don't know what to think there. I'm definitely not on CH. And I don't know what to think of Fournette in that play. So back to this best ball. Not looking good. I got Breida. I talked with my buddy. He said he's not going to be activated. He's not going to play. So I got Derrick Gore. I do have Gore in this best ball. But I just got Gore and McKinnon and Breida. That's it. That's my weakness in this best ball draft. And the reason I only have those guys is because the guys I drafted, they didn't make it. So they fell out. I drafted Jacobs and Najee Harris. I mean, those aren't the guys I wanted, but it's just what happens when you do a best ball draft. I got the guys I wanted last week. That's how I advanced. I'm not trying to be cocky, but the guys I got that did well. I had McKinnon last week, and he smashed. I didn't think he was going to do that good. I was thinking 14-point ceiling, 26 points, amazing play. I do have some depth in terms of receivers and tight ends. So we'll see. Gabriel Davis, Pringle, they all had ceiling games. They really did. I guess Gabriel Davis kind of did. He didn't have that great of a game, only 12 points. Sorry. But I got A.J. Brown. We'll see, man. I'll let you guys know. This is best ball. No more talk about it. Let's look at some lineups and see what we can improve on. Let's drop some beats, man. So I don't know where I want to go at my tight end spot. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure in terms of DFS. With the thing that me and Cha-Cha did, we have Gronk as our tight end ×2 this week. So I'm rooting for Gronk. Yes, but man, I don't know what to think there either. Not sure what to think. Let's open up a lineup and see what we can fix. So Derrick Henry's coming back, and Cha-Cha, me and him been talking. He's saying that Henry's just going to get a full workload, just bounce right back into it. It's like he didn't even skip a beat. Back to a 100-yard game tomorrow, possibly 1 or 2 touchdowns. I mean, if he gets that, I almost want to see. Before we dive into it, I know I want to set a lineup, but I want to look at if there's any projections, if there's any ownership. Let's see if they updated anything. So here's some ownerships from Fantasy Labs. They got Josh Allen as the highest projected at 24% ownership, then Mahomes, then Brady at 14, Stafford at 10, Joe Burrow at 10, Rodgers at 7. I like that. Because if Rodgers has a big game, like 3 touchdowns, and he runs one in, what if he does one of those? You got A.J. Dillon. It looks like they're going to do a goal line run. They get up there that close, and he does some type of a rollout run, or he drops back and gets all the time in the world, and he runs it in. I mean, that's huge. If we get an Aaron Rodgers rushing touchdown with the toe, I know. You just never know, man. Of course, Garoppolo can get a rushing touchdown too with all the running that they're going to try and do. But I'm a little shocked that Aaron Rodgers is that low. I don't know if he struggled against the Niners, like from a fantasy aspect. Let's see. See, this is the best I try and do, sharing DFS information. I'll look up some plays, see if I can find some correlation with if it makes any sense on how he's played against a specific team. That's definitely a mindset in a player's head. Some players just struggle historically against teams, and that's a real thing, man. Bills winning on Sunday. I am hoping so. I really do, man. Not just because my family's diehard Bills fans. That has a factor in it. No offense to you, Jake. If you jump on, you see the stream later on, man. Hey, the 3 teams I like still in the playoffs are the Packers, the Bills, and the Chiefs. But the Bills come before the Chiefs, and I got to root for them, man. So let's look at this. Niners. So historically, up until 2018, that's the most we got. He got 31 points against the Niners. I remember that game. They scored 8 points. That was in the regular season. He only got 10 fantasy points. Not good. Then 21, 31. Then 19 on this last game that they won right before overtime where Mason Crosby kicked the field goal. They came back with 37 seconds or something like that. That was a great game, great Sunday night game. But, I mean, I can't fade Aaron Rodgers here. 25 points. I'd love to get 25 points from Aaron Rodgers with a 7% projected ownership. I'll take it every day, man. Yes, 7,100. It is a contrarian play. Josh Allen at 24. Yeah, I like it. Let's look at the running backs. So Singletary. Man, I never thought I'd say that Singletary is like the dude now. And I still don't think he is. I'm still not sold on Singletary. He got those touchdowns last week where it could have been anybody, man. It didn't look like it was that difficult. No offense, Cha-Cha. Like, with whatever the Bills, anybody could have scored a touchdown last week. And I think you'll kind of agree to that, maybe. Got a fly buzzing around in here. Man, I don't know what to think. Don't know where to go with my plays all the time. I always go back to my my lovely electric field. It helps. Ooh. Here it is. We got Jack in the background here. Say hi. We got our massage table up. I love just chilling, man. That's what we do here in Florida. We're always chilling, man. Me and my wife. Got Pops in the back. Just hanging out, man. Enjoying life. I'm looking forward to this DFS football ending. I really am. I mean, I'm mostly doing this to see if I can smash some lineups, get a little extra cash. But I love numbers. So there's a two-way. It's a two-way love. I love looking at the numbers. I love trying to break it down. But, man, I do want to win, just like anybody else. So what's going on, guys? I got 3 viewers. Hey, thank you for hanging out with me. Let me know. Ask any questions of any directions you may have for DFS tomorrow night. Any plays you want to see. We're going to build lineups very soon. I'm just looking at some of the projections here, looking at the ownerships. Those are the biggest things. I look at all these other numbers. None of this other shit in the green really. It doesn't tickle me that much. I look at the ratings here. This is what Fantasy Labs, this is what they want to tell you who are the good plays. Of course, they want to give you the plays that may smash, but, man, I know that these optimizers, these labs, they're trying to play it safe most of the time. They're not going to come out here and give you a ballsy play. I'm curious of what they thought of McKinnon and Bernard last week. They're not going to come out here and tell you those dudes are going to smash. That's what we're here for, man. We're here to try and GaLaXy brain and dive into it and try and figure it out. I'm curious when I go to receiver to see where they think Randall Cobb is going to be. He may be a bust, man, but I'm all over Cobb tomorrow. 3K, he can catch 7 balls and a touchdown for 60 yards. That's an optimal play right there. He's got a better shot at smashing than Juju did. And I was all over Juju. So you think I'm not going to be all over a $3,100 play? I'm all over it, man. So let's still look here. You got Fournette, projected ownership 33%. I'm kind of curious. So what's going to happen? So if we're setting lineups now, we're building our lineups expecting Fournette to play or not to play. That's the mindset. So he hasn't even been activated yet. Anybody share to shed some light on that? Is Fournette playing? Let's see here. Tom Brady could retire after the season, ex-teammate says. Tom Brady's not retiring. He's going to be the first quarterback to start an NFL game at the age 50. At least he's going to try to. He's doing this for fun now, man. JPP. Did JPP even play last week? I don't think he did. Questionable at the missing practice all week. I don't know. Nah, if Fournette played, does he even get a full workload? I don't think so, man. Why would the Bucs just keep Bernard and Keyshawn Vaughn on the sideline while Fournette eats into a three-way timeshare? I don't see it, man. Fournette, I want him to play for my best ball, but I'm not on Fournette. I can't build lineups with Fournette. I feel like I should build lineups with Giovanni Bernard if I'm going that direction. If I want to play a Buccaneers running back, I'm playing Bernard again. This was his first game back from his injury, and it could be one of those games where they need Bernard to catch a lot of quick dump offs with Brady getting so much pressure from Miller and company. I mean, I could say the two top dudes, Donald, but man, he can get some heavy pressure. Don't he have a couple guys banged up, even though they're playing, like Wirfs? And there's another dude that's like lingering injury, but he's gonna play. So if these guys get rolled up and they get knocked out of the game, this Rams defense is way tougher than the Eagles D. I could see Brady do a lot of dump offs, and he trusts Bernard more than he trusts Keyshawn Vaughn, especially in this game. And if Fournette is activated and he plays, I don't want to play him. I mean, I got to roll with it. That's like last week. That's like the McKinnon play. This is the McKinnon play again. I didn't think Darrell Williams. I knew he was going to play. When I saw that he was playing, I was like, oh, man, I really hope he doesn't do anything. And he didn't do anything. Once they saw that McKinnon could do it, they rolled with that strat. They rolled with that game flow. So maybe it's Bernard again. If I'm building lineups, I'm rolling Bernard. Brady is going to try for that 50. Fournette probably won't play full-time role. Expect some PPR points for best ball. That's about it. Ceiling minimized tomorrow. Yeah, man. I mean, what are we getting from Fournette? 11, 12? Maybe if he gets a touchdown, 15. Ceiling. O.J. Howard is sneaky. We're going to look at that in a minute. I understand Bray has been using the red zone as well, but O.J. Howard has a 50-yard TD kind of speed and explosiveness. I was on O.J. Howard when he caught a touchdown. Was it against the Eagles last time? I know he caught a touchdown in a primetime game, and I was on that. He had like 18 points. We'll look at him in a minute. Still want to go back through and see who else. So Derrick Henry's his ownership is right where people are thinking. People are on Elijah Mitchell, Joe Mixon. So Jerick McKinnon, he's way up there, 29%. So this is where you're late to the party and now you want to ride the wave. But you show up and there's no waves. I think McKinnon's going to be a guy where he's got no waves this week and everyone's out there in the water trying to get this wave. I don't know. I don't see it. I like Allen more. I'm building more lineups with Allen. I'm mostly running Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen lineups. I know people were going to tell me Aaron Rodgers is going to go. Now that I saw he's only 7% play or 7% ownership projection, I'm rolling some A-Rod. As far as Mahomes, he's been more inconsistent than Allen. I think Allen's going to have the better game. I think he's going to do it all again, man. Like 3 or 4 touchdowns and 1 rushing from Josh Allen. Am I crazy to fade Mahomes? A little bit. But the Bills defense, they're going to step up, man. They're going to really be playing their hearts out. They're going to do what they tried to do, what they did last time against the Chiefs. The Bills are going to try to do a very similar approach. And the Chiefs are going to try and put a Band-Aid on whatever they thought they did to improve. But, man, I just don't see it, man. I don't see Mahomes advancing. Could he have a 28, 32-point game? Possibly. I'm kind of hoping Mahomes has more like an 18, 21-point fantasy game. And then Allen has the 35, 36. That's what I'm hoping. I think it's very possible. There's still not something right with Tyreek Hill. Could be completely wrong there. But as far as the fantasy out standpoint, all these guys have been inconsistent for who they are. These guys are like fantasy superstars. Mahomes, Kelsey, and Hill. And they've been inconsistent for who they are. So I don't know what that means, man, in terms of should I be satisfied with 23 points from Kelsey? You're damn straight I should be. But I don't know. So, yeah, let's see here. So Henry's at 20. Akers is at 19. A.J. Dillon, 14. So Dillon and Jones are completely split in terms of people playing them. But it's like a $1,700 difference. Like if you want to play Aaron Jones, you got to pay up $1,700 for $6,800 and A.J. Dillon's $5,100. I don't know what to think, man. I was really on A.J. Dillon all week, and I was just GaLaXy BRAinINg up here and thinking, man, A.J. Dillon, they get a lead, that's the dude that we're going to roll with. Aaron Jones is the guy that is the number one. We really want to use Aaron Jones as much as he can. He's more elusive, he's faster, and he hits the holes pretty well. It's just A.J. Dillon's hard to tackle. I want to say Aaron Jones is going to be in the game like 75-25. 25% is going to be like A.J. Dillon. He's going to have a small role unless we get out to a big lead. I think it's hard to run against the Niners D. Yeah, the past 2 games, the Cowboys and the Rams, they've only given up 8 points and 10 points. I don't know what the Cowboys did wrong last week with the run game, but they didn't do anything. So for me to put my faith in the A.J. Dillon running the ball, it's going to be tough. In the cold, A.J. Dillon did well against the Titans in the snow last year. He did amazing. He had like 28 fantasy points, 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. That was his breakout game. People want to say it was this year. No. A.J. Dillon had his breakout game last year against the Titans. So let's look at these receivers. I am so anxious to look at these ownerships. So Diggs, everybody's on Diggs. Oh, man. That kind of sucks. But I love Diggs this week. Cubs due for a bounce back. It's rare to see. Cup getting 17 points is like him getting 5 points. It's so rare to see him get that low output. I can see the Bucs shutting him down, but what's shutting him down if he catches 10 balls for 45 yards? That's not shutting Cup down. If he gets a touchdown with that, it's 22 points. I'm not saying that's probably what's going to happen, but he can get a line like that, and I'm so cool with it. Then you got A.J. Brown for 28. Man, people are all over A.J. Brown and Derrick Henry because Derrick Henry still has high ownership at 20%, and that's going to rise. Now that Henry, people are going to start feeling Derrick Henry. They're going to start believing when people are setting lineups maybe right now or tomorrow, they're going to start feeling some Derrick Henry love. So 20% is going to go up. I don't think I'm on Hillard that much anymore. I'm going to make some changes, but I shouldn't take him out of that much because Hillard's still getting a 0.2% per. He's going to get like 2% owned, Hillard. And who knows how that game could turn out. If the Bengals get out to a lead like 14-3 at the end of the first quarter, you think they're going to continue to put Henry out there when they know that Henry's mostly just a bruiser bag? They're going to be putting some Hillard out there. They're going to have some packages, some passing. So I still like Hillard. I'm not all over him anymore. I didn't know what to think of this Derrick Henry play, but I'm still on Henry. I'm just on a little bit of Hillard. I'll have a couple lineups with him. Now I see his ownership's pretty much nothing. Derek Gore. Man, would that be a crazy play to play Derek Gore? Just knowing what Buffalo's true weakness is a power running back. I'm not touching Dante Foreman. Foreman is Derrick Henry's role. I'm just not going to waste 5,400 on Dante Foreman. Please don't play him. If you play him and he smashes, hey, you got all the kind of trolling rights to troll me. I don't care at that point. I'm not playing no Foreman. Giovanni Bernard, he's cheaper than Foreman, and that's a better play for 5K. So let's go back to the receivers. Man, you got both Bengals receivers near the top here. Higgins at 23% projected. Jamar Chase at 22%. Adams was just above him. I don't know what to think, man. People got a lot of Titans. Is the Titans Bengals? What's that line? Are we expecting that to be a shootout game? So I see it here. It's over under is 47.5 points for the Bengals Titans. The highest one is the Bills Chiefs at 54 over under. Packers are 47 and Packers Niners. And the other game, Rams Bucks are 48 over under. I don't know what that means, man. I mean, I understand what it means in terms of people. Vegas is projecting the Bills Chiefs game to be the highest scoring game. I get it. It's just they have all the games very close together. All these quarterbacks are capable of putting up 20, 30 points. They're all capable of getting that 54-point over. Every one of these games can be an over. But it's crazy to see that the Titans-Bengals, 3 of the top 10 come from that game. And the running backs, they're in the top 5, right? Mixon and Henry rounds out top 6. I think Henry will go up. But I'm a little shocked with that. There's Randall Cobb at 18%. So Randall Cobb is projected 18% ownership, and his number's 18. Coincidence, right? I don't know what that means, man, but people like Cobb more than Lazard. Lazard's fallen down to 11, rightfully so. Debo is projected at 15%. I know we're getting all our cornerbacks back. We're going to have a lot of good defensive back play for the Packers tomorrow. So seeing Debo at 15% ownership, is it because his price is too high? Did people not like 20 points when he was this? Wasn't he the same price last week? 7,600? No, he was 7,900. I remember that. Or he was 8,100. Sorry. He was 8,100 last week. So now he dropped. And they're going to be using him so much this week, I would say. They know the Packers' weakness is some unique sweep end around. So whatever you call those plays where did you really think Debo was going to get the handoff and then he runs back by Garoppolo and he takes the ball across the other side of the field? He gets 22 yards. Packers get burned by that all the time. That is our weakness. So if they could somehow get some of those plays to work, Debo's going to get like 7 to 10 touches on the ground. I think just rushing, he's going to get that opportunity potentially. So I like the ownership being 15%. I think that's a little too low. I think he should be up here with A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown shouldn't be that high. I know the Bengals defense cornerbacks are suspect, but Debo should be up there a little bit higher where he is. What else we got? Looking a little lower here. None of us like Van Jefferson. I can't find no love for McCole Hardman. Tyler Boyd always gets left out. I mean, rightfully so. He's considered the number 3, number 4 option on the team. Even Burrow throws to Mixon sometimes. And, there he is. Isaiah McKenzie. I'm on Isaiah McKenzie a little bit this week. You have to be on McKenzie a little bit. His ceiling is, I want to say it's capped, but is it really? What if they just fall in love with him this week in terms of how they use him a little bit? He didn't get a touchdown last week, but he sure did some damage on the ground. Or did he get a touchdown? No. He didn't get a touchdown. Let's see. Update this. Update. Then we got 10 points. 19 snaps out of 58. Not bad at all. I mean, that's almost half. It's almost half. It's like 35%, 40%. But he had 3 targets, and he caught all 3 balls, 45 yards, and he had a couple rushes. 3 rushes for 29 yards. McKenzie, 3,500. I think 4% ownership, I think that's too high. I think he's like 2%. And seeing Cole Beasley still priced more than McKenzie, I can't touch Beasley, man. If Beasley pops, it's one of those, who listened to his rap album? Was that what Josh Allen was listening to in the locker room before the game started? For those that don't know, Cole Beasley is a rapper. He's a rapper. Like legit. He thinks he doesn't think he is. He actually is a rapper. He has a YouTube channel where he raps. If anybody wants to see that, let me know. I'll pull up some Cole Beasley rapping. It's not that good. It's not that good. Sorry to diss on you, man. Just being honest. Just like my streams, I'm not that confident, but you know what? I enjoy just BSing here. It's fun, man. Scotty Miller. Well, what are you doing, Scotty Miller? You got all this opportunity to smash, and you're not doing it. If Scotty Miller smashes, he's not even going to be 3% on. Nobody wants to take a flyer. He's like a fake out Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, Danny Amendola. He's a fake out. Only the Packers fell for that stupid Hail Mary touchdown at halftime. That was horrible. So now we're dipping in no man's land. Emmanuel Sanders at 2% projected ownership. I love the ownership. Any one of these guys can smash. I mean, I don't think Sanders is that great of a play, but his ownership says you got it. I'm rolling out some Josh Allen lineups, so I will sprinkle a little Sanders in there. Am I high on him? Of course not. Am I high on the possibility that he could smash? Yeah. Any week, man. Look at all the snaps he got last week. Almost played the whole game. He just maybe Allen will find him on a one-on-one coverage. He did get a touchdown last week. Maybe he gets 2 touchdowns and 4 catches for 60 yards. Hey, that's 22 points. I'm not trying to say he's going to get a 100-yard game. Oh, perfect this. No, I don't think he'll get that, but maybe he gets double this. What he got last week, he just doubles it. That'd be crazy. Excuse me. So now we're dipping into definitely no man's land. There's not many guys I like that are like barely even projected. Excuse me. I don't mean to cough in the stream. Just trying to still enjoy hanging out with you guys. Equanimous St. Brown for the Packers, 3K. I'm not touching it, man. He played every snap against the Lions. He's a backup guy. It's going to be Adams, Lazard, and Cobb. Those are really the only three dudes that are going to be out there. This is the playoffs, man. These are the most trusted guys. MVS is doubtful. He's not going to play. So you got those three dudes, and then you're going to have probably Mercedes Lewis. That's a play I like. I like Mercedes Lewis. When we get the tight ends, I'm looking at his route. He's bare minimum. It's one of those plays where if you want to play a cheap $2,600 tight end and Lewis gets his ceiling, which his ceiling is not that great, 13, 14 points, that could be enough to allow you to fit something that you really need to fit in, like Cooper Kupp and Adams. If you want to Kupp and Adams and still get some serviceable running backs, you can get Mercedes Lewis in there. If he gets a touchdown and like 40 yards and 3 catches. 3 catches, 40 yards, a touchdown, that's 13 points. That's all we're looking for. Anything else is a freaking gift. Yeah, there's nobody else here in the receivers that really rattle my interest. Not this cheap. As low as I'll go, it's probably McKenzie. I mean, I can make a case for Equanimous St. Brown. I don't even know if I'm touching Scotty Miller. Something's just not right there. I mean, the ownership's going to be great. So low. I can't trust no Scotty Miller. Sorry. So let's look at tight end. So our top projected ownership play is Tyler Higbee? Really? At 25% ownership. Gronk is 25, so they're the same. Kelsey's at 20. Kittle's at 20. Kittle, if you want to play Kittle, you're playing him because he's overdue. Like, Kittle is like way overdue. And he had a good game against the Packers 10 weeks ago. He got 17 points. He had like 6 catches, 90 yards. We can see it right here. 7 catches, 92 yards, no touchdown, 17 points. He gets a touchdown at 24 points. Great. Be great. But I don't think so, man. Am I not going to play Kittle? Of course I'm not fading him. Am I all over him? No. I'm surprised he has this high projection. I mean, a lot of people think there's only 3 players to play from the 49ers. It's Mitchell, Debo, and Kittle. Those guys are usually high owned in any stacks that you make with the Steelers. There's Mercedes Lewis, 0.5%. DeGuara. I mean, I want to say DeGuara. I don't recommend really any Packers tight ends, but these Packers tight ends can have ceilings, like serious ceilings. 20 points, 25. Aaron Rodgers can make anybody look good. He can make Mason Crosby run out there and he can throw a touchdown pass to him. Who's my favorite play this week? The player that I keep clicking on. I don't know, man. I'll get to you on that. I can't just be like, you know who I like? It's Aaron Rodgers. No, I don't know, man. I bounce around a lot. I always bounce around with my DFS players. So Usoma, 18 projection. He's still 3,400. He's still cheap, man. I don't know if they'll ever price Usoma in the 4K range. They will next year. He's gonna get some 4K play starting out. I don't even see OJ Howard here. They have him way down here. Fantasy Labs has him projected as 1 point. What is 1 point? He's gonna catch the ball for 1 yard gain. That's it. That's all you got. That's all you got for me, Fantasy Labs, is that OJ Howard's going to catch one ball for 1 yard. His ceiling is 1.6, so he's going to maybe get 6 yards. Come on, man. I know that this is like an algorithm talking from what I'm reading here, but come on, man. You might as well just say 0 than put anything out there. But Howard, what did he do? How many snaps did he see last week? That's the first thing. 21 snaps out of 73. That's your play, Cha-Cha. I'm going to roll with it. I trust you. I'm going to roll a few of them because I love nobodies. I love guys that nobody's even looking in that direction. There's a few of them every week, man. Last week it was McKinnon and Bernard. This week it could be OJ Howard. I already told you, I don't see Brady losing. I know you're on the Rams. I don't see Brady losing, man. Look at Brady. He got the same amount of snaps as Howard. Let's look at the defense, and I'm going to take a break, and when I come back, we're going to set a lineup. So defense, Titans D, it's the highest projection. Then Tampa, 17. It's pretty much split. Rams D is the last people want to play. 5% projected ownership off the Rams D, and they just smashed last week. That's a little concerning for me. Why is the Rams D so cheap? Yeah, I think my sneakiest play is McKenzie. I'm on McKenzie. I think there's going to be some crazy 20, 22-point game out of him. And I love where he's at. I know it's one of those where anybody on the Bills, but if the Bills are going to win, they're going to find a way to utilize McKenzie so that he can have an impact for the team. I don't think the Chiefs are game planning for any McKenzie. I don't know what they do, but man, do you really think that they're thinking of McKenzie plays? No, they're thinking of Diggs. They're thinking of Diggs getting some receptions. The Chiefs are thinking of Allen running, and now Singletary's like the big. They're probably studying how is Singletary doing good all of a sudden. We got to figure out a way to stop that now. They're not thinking about McKenzie. So the Bills, they're going to be. That's my sneak play, man. McKenzie. I wouldn't say that it's really that sneaky because he's proven that he can do some damage, and hopefully get some snaps. We'll see. But why is the Rams defense 5% projected ownership? Why are they so low? That's too low. That's way too low. I think I have to play the Rams D in a lot. Why are they that low? Tom Brady loves to throw. He throws pick sixes more often than we think. I talked to a few guys on some Discord pages, and they were telling me you should never play a defense expecting a quarterback to throw a pick six. And it's like, you're wrong, man. You're completely wrong. The whole point of trying to find these defenses is to try and find these vulnerable possibilities where you can get points from the play that you're doing. So is Tom Brady, does he throw pick sixes? Of course he don't try to, but he does. He does try and make plays. He's a Hall of Fame best quarterback to ever play the game. And Brett Favre did the same thing. One of the top guys to play it. And he made a lot of errors. Tom Brady doesn't make as many as Brett Favre did, but he sure does throw some pick sixes. So Rams D being only 5%, 5.7 projected ownership, I'm on that Rams D. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick little break. We'll be back and we'll set a lineup. See you. I'll be right back. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. EJ here. Hey, before we start back up, we're going to do a yoga mindful breath. I love doing these little exercises. It's good for me. It helps me. I know I'm your host. I'm talking, but man, when I take a minute to just focus on my breath, it clears my head for a few minutes. It's a good natural high. It's good to just focus on yourself. So if you want to join me, hey, you're more welcome to join in a yoga mindful breath. So wherever you're at, relax your shoulders down, find a comfortable seat, spot where you're rested in the sense of your arms are laid down, you're seating, and you're able to just release. Take a full breath out of the mouth, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, release. Another breath in through the nose. Feel the air coming in through the nostrils. Exhale, release. One more time, take a deep breath in. Breathe in the player you want to start and play. And exhale your fades. All right. Man. So you're saying that the Bills are going to want depth when you're losing to teams like Kansas City in the playoffs? Yeah, they got Emmanuel Sanders, and they still like him more than McKenzie. I don't know what to think about that too, man. It sucks because what we see as fantasy players, we see McKenzie blowing up. And the fact that he's not that big a part of the offense, it kind of – I don't know what to think. I think they like to keep their guys that do kick and punt returns to just that role. Maybe that's it. A buddy of mine that I work with said that McKenzie muffed a punt early in this year, and they benched him for like 3-4 games. So that's a big thing. I just think the ceiling's there for McKenzie. It's one of those unique ones where is he projected to have a big role? No. But it's one of those where you watch the start of the game and you see McKenzie catch 3 balls in the first quarter, and you're like, no way. That's the dude for this slate. Like he could have one of those starts. And then it's like, man, we should have totally been on him. Did I lose internet connection? Says I did. Mic check, check, check. Boo, if I lost. It says I'm hovering. I'm refreshing. But then it shows that it's streaming and recording, so I don't know. I'm just a freelance dude just hanging out here, man. All right, we're back. It looks like we're working again. All good. I usually don't have that many mess ups. Just hanging out here, man. Want to talk? Hey, I shared the invite from anybody else that wants to jump on and talk DFS. Hey, you're more welcome to, man. I appreciate just hanging out with you guys. So let's set some lineups. I started this lineup with Josh Allen. I got Derrick Henry, AJ Dillon, Cooper Kupp, AJ Brown. So I went with the Derrick Henry AJ Brown smash. I don't have a Bengals run back. Excuse me. I feel like I need one. Excuse me. I got McKenzie in this lineup. I got Braid. Let's take Braid out. I feel like I want to play a backup Bucks tight end, but maybe it's not Braid. Maybe it's Howard. Nobody's thinking Howard, so that's where I like that play. But there's some correlation here. We got Cup and Akers smashing against the Bucks. It's just Braid, so that don't look right. It could happen, but let's take out Dylan. I got Packers D still. I think let's take out Packers D. Let's put that Rams D in there. Because why are the Rams so projected low ownership? Why? So can we put Cam Akers? Sure, let's put him there. Tight end, should we go back to Gronk or OJ Howard? Let's see if we got OJ Howard. What can we – that's so crazy if you had Rams D with OJ Howard. Where else can we go? I feel like I get Adams here. I got Josh Allen. He only has McKenzie. Should I take Josh Allen out? You know I love some Randall Cobb. Maybe let's take out McKenzie. Put Randall Cobb in here. No, this. Now I need like a Debo. With if I'm playing Rodgers stack, I want a Debo or Elijah Mitchell. I guess I could go Kittle. Kittle makes sense here. Let's see what Kittle does. Can't get Kittle. I had to pay down on Henry, Adams, or Cup. Let's say I pay down on Henry. Then we roll out. Do we roll with the chalk here with Singletary? If I'm rolling this lineup. Could go to Bernard here, have a double. Bernard would be the better play. And I got 3,900. No Henry. I'd rather have Cup than Henry if I had to build a lineup. $3,900. There's a lot of good receivers you could. Could go back to that McKenzie play. So having both running backs, Bernard and Akers, I'm not a fan of that. Just because their defense, both run defenses are pretty good, man. So something's not right here. I want to be on Cam Akers because he's looking like he's going to be more involved more now. He was involved more last week and the week before that, coming back from the Achilles injury. Are a lot of people on Akers? 19% projected ownership. I think people like him. People love Singletary, man. I can see the Bills getting it done and Singletary being the odd man out here. Is it going to happen? Probably not. If the Bills get it done, I see Singletary smashing. I want to see him. I want to see Singletary bust. Look at that ownership. 52% ownership last week. They're saying he's 33. He's going to be right back up there to 50, 45. People play it safe. People do play Draftkings, daily DFS, and they take risks, but the majority of the time, a lot of players play it safe. So 33 projected ownership, that's not right. He was 50 last week. He's going to be like 50 or 60. Why not, man? The guy is still not 6K. Everyone feels they're getting at least a 17 floor from him. I mean, I'd take that for 6K. It's almost a 3X. All day, every day. And he pretty much plays every snap now. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. He only had 28 out of 58? Wow. I don't know. I mean, is this a week Singletary could bust? I think so. I think so. I just don't think Singletary's the one that gets it done. So I want to fix something between this Bernard and Akers. I got Kittle in here. I would rather have Debo, but it's hard to get Kupp, Adams, and Debo. I want to see, is it actually even possible? What if that is the nut combination? Like these three guys come out first, second, third. I could get it. I'd have to get a $2,500 play. We can get like an OJ Howard here, and I can get a 4K running back. Or I could pay down on Rams D and get a guy like Hillard for the Titans if I want to do that route. Ooh, I can get Kyle Juszczyk. Now that's a play that's best for Showdown. I don't recommend no Kyle Juszczyk. You can't play this guy. He'll get some targets. He'd have to get both his targets for touchdowns like he's done. He's done that in a couple games, but man, I can't play no Juszczyk. Sorry, guys. What do they got to say about Hillard? Oh, they're talking about Derrick Henry news. Yeah, I don't think Hillard role is going to change that much. I think Foreman is the odd man out. So for 4,300 and Hillard's getting 0.2% projected ownership, I'm still on Hillard. I'm still on him, man. So I can get Hillard in this lineup. I could pay down on Rams D, get a 28. I can get Chiefs or Bengals, or I can go for Bills D. Cups, Adams, Diggs would be a powerhouse trio as well. Oh, getting Diggs in here instead of Debo. You're right. But I can't do it with this lineup. I mean, I do want Diggs. I keep forgetting. So I take Debo out, and I swap Akers with Mitchell. Let's see what that looks like. I can't believe Diggs dropped to 6,500. That's it's an insult to him. It's like the cheapest he's been all season. Has to be. It is. He has not seen 6K. So what's DraftKings like? You drop him down, and now you made him the chalk play of the week. Good job. So I can pay up on Hillard or Akers. Where would I want to go, though? Can't get Henry. I almost could get Henry. That would have been crazy. I mean, I could pay down on Rodgers, but Well, where do I go here? There's no combination. I can get Stafford. Ooh, I can get Stafford, Cup. I'd have to take Hillard out. That don't make sense. So if I don't play Hillard and I just roll with Henry, can I get Mitchell? No. I can get a 4K running back, but it's not going to be pretty if I really want Henry, which I really don't like Henry. I think he could smash, man, but if I'm rolling with these three stud receivers, let's see here. I can't roll Stafford and Akers. They haven't even hinted at Akers catching balls from Stafford. I mean, he caught one ball last week, and it was from Odell Beckham Jr. So I don't know the thing. I guess he did catch a few against the Niners. Man, would that be the shocking play? Stafford, Akers, and Cup? Nah, I can't go to that, man. I'm not on Stafford. I'm not on him in DFS. I'm just waiting for that game where he just poops the bed, and I feel like he's gonna do it either this week or next week. But he has been playing well. He hasn't faulted yet. But that's the thing. If Cam Akers is now becoming part of that offense and he gets a couple rushing touchdowns, I mean, it takes away from Stafford. I think Akers playing more hurts Stafford's fantasy appeal. So let's go back to Rodgers here. It's not easy making lineups, man. I can just go in and plug these guys, hit submit, and move on. But, man, that's not what I want to do with y'all. Man, I don't know what to make of this Fournette. I feel like we got to roll Giovanni Bernard out here, man. I think Giovanni Bernard is the consistent play from last week that's going to be moving forward. And I think McKinnon's the play that we think is going to be consistent, but it's not. So Bernard and Cup, that's not a bad combo. I got Howard, though. So what if I swap Rodgers out with Tom Brady? Do I take Adams out and keep Cobb in? I mean, it's hard for me to fade Cobb. 3K, come on, man. We can't fade Cobb here. I'd rather fade Adams more than Cobb. There's so many directions that, yeah, Adams should have a smash game. Rodgers going to be looking for him. But, man, the Niners are going to be doing everything they can to take Adams away. And I think Adams has struggled against the Niners. I want to look that stat up. Is Adams a lock? I don't think so. Do I love him to death? Of course. But for 8,500, we want at least 25 points in this fantasy playoffs from him. You get 17 points from him, you're not optimal. You need really 30, 33, 30. I mean, anything in the 30s from Adams is where you're looking at if you're going to be hoping to get that 3X from him. 100%, man. Gio is still a good play. I love the play. Even if Fournette's activated and he plays, it could be the same thing that we saw last week. Of course, they love Fournette, but there's something not right there. All right, let's look at Adams against the 49ers. All right, I take that back. He smashed the Niners this year for 18 targets, 12 receptions, and a touchdown. That's a smash. In November of last year when we beat him, he smashed 12 targets, 10 catches, 173 yards. He smashed against the Niners each and every time that they won. Even when we lost, there's two of them where he played and he lost. Wow, Adams he's owned the Niners. I don't think I can fade Adams. It'd be crazy to fade Adams knowing that historically he has smashed this team. His confidence playing the Niners is through the roof. And Adams wants to go to the Super Bowl so bad. Oh, man. I can't play Tom Brady. If I'm on this, it's hard for me to fade. It's hard for me to fade this Rodgers. I'm a homer, man. It can work out or it could backfire. But I feel like this is a safe one to be a homer on. Where's Diggs at? 6,500 still. Singletary, I can get him. I can get Mitchell. So I can get Mitchell here, where you get the run back from Rodgers stack. It's just, I get 2,900 if I roll with Howard. Howard and Bernard. Oh, man. Those are some crazy plays to get from Tampa Bay there. I get Titans D for 2,900. Not a bad lineup. This basically says that it's not a crazy fantasy skilled performance from the Titans-Bengals game, and they shut down Burrow. Titans, I get 11 points from Tennessee here. I'll take it, of course. O.J. Howard, oh man, not a bad. I love the low ownership plays from Howard. That sets it off. Maybe that's it. If I got anything over 10 points from O.J. Howard, it'd be a blessing. Do I think Mercedes Lewis is a better play than Howard? I don't know. I mean, Howard, he played as many snaps as Bray. How many snaps does Gronk play? Let's look at that. So Gronk played 67 out of 73. He pretty much played the whole game. Of course, Gronk is a great play. But what's that cheap tight end play that we could smash? Is it Ferkshire for 3,100? I mean, he's not getting many snaps, but he's been smashing lately. Oh, man, this is one of my favorite songs. For my boy Matt, friend of mine. I love just giving a lot of people shout-outs here. Why not, man? We all deserve a chance to show the world that we have potential. of who we are and that we're good people. Frankshire, I don't know. Usoma, he had his high last week. Higbee, why is Higbee so high owned? People want to kind of get a cheap play. Is that what this is? He's a cheap play, man. I don't know. I'm not on Higbee. I'm just not really on Rams besides Cup. That's basically it. And since Cup didn't smash last week, he's going to smash this week. It's either Cup or Akers. There's Mercedes Lewis. Man. He hasn't even got 10 points all season. But that's the beauty of it. Yeah, I don't know. I think Howard's a better play. At least for this lineup, I can't get Mercedes Lewis. So that's a good thing. That shows that I need OJ Howard to do something. And he was out there, so at least he's getting some playoff reps last week. So maybe he's a smash play. 12, 13 points. If you can get 13 points out of OJ Howard and Gronk or Kittle or any of the big guys, Kelsey, if they don't get a 30-point game, if the ceiling of those three dudes is only 22 points and you get 13 out of OJ Howard, you're totally smashing the optimals there. Just saying, you can turn around and find a killer combination better than what I'm showing you with OJ Howard if he gets 13 points. You can make something work. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the nut combo. We don't know, man. Yeah, I'm not just doing this completely because you did tell me that this is a play that could work, but I've been on OJ Howard in the past, but I give you the props for mentioning it. I may have not have thought of him this week, but I sure am not oblivious to OJ Howard's potential. I just don't know why they're not using him that much. He did get 21 snaps last week in a game where they mostly had the lead the whole game. Is he out there in running formations? Yeah, see, this was against the Eagles. So he smashed the Eagles last week. I wonder if he smashed them earlier in the year. So I wonder if people were on Howard. Nobody was on Howard. He had a 0.2% ownership. Nobody fell for that. He smashed the Eagles earlier in the year for his best game of the season. Nobody was on that. He had 16 points. So that's his ceiling, 13 points. Is he the best $2,500 play? Yeah. I would say he is. Let's look at all our $2,500 plays. Yeah, he's your best $2,500 play. What about this Drew Sample guy? He just don't get the ball. Yeah, let's fire this one up. I like it. I showed you a Roger stack. I'm going to try and build a Josh Allen stack now. We're not going to put it in the millionaire. I'll put it in the $5 3-entry max. There we go. All right. We're going to make a Josh Allen stack. So you can see here, I'm not hiding anything from you guys. I did a little bit more lineups this week. So I got 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, 26. I got about 30 lineups, 35 so far. I'm going to do one more with you guys, and I'm going to jump off the air and probably set a few more, then hit the rack, man. But yeah, let's build a Josh Allen lineup. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look and see what I had. I came up with, every time you build a lineup, man, I'm a fan of building multiple lineups. Unless you really just want to do one lineup and you want to just get the safest, because it's hard to just make one lineup. Really, man, you never know the direction, never know. So make a few lineups for those that are new or unsure, if you want to take it week by week. So I did like this lineup. I got Allen throwing to Singletary and McKenzie. I got no Diggs in here, but when I redo this, I'm going to do Diggs and McKenzie with no Singletary. We're going to try and fade them. I got Lazard in this lineup. This is one I did earlier in the week. I still was trying to buy into Tyreek Hill, but it's not a horrible lineup. No lineup is horrible as long as you're putting guys that get snaps. That's all I'm saying. You put a guy that don't see the field, then it's a horrible lineup. Unless it's projected that this player may actually do something. So let's put Allen in here. I'm going to get to my receivers. I'm going to put one in the flex. I'm going to put McKenzie in the flex right away. You want to know why I'm doing that? Because they play the last game of the weekend. So if I'm going to do a Bill stack, I want my Bills player. At least I'm not going to do a double tight end. I mean, I could do 3 running backs. I don't think 3 running backs is the play this week. I think it's receivers. Receiver in the flex is the nut. You like the Singletary fade. I mean, I don't know how to make a clear point. It's just historically Singletary has not been good. Historically. We want to ride the Singletary wave. Man, it's got to be coming to an end. Do I want him in that thing that we did? I mean, at first, I was thinking about it, but when you were talking to me more about it, I was thinking, man, that's why I switched my A.J. Dillon to Aaron Jones. I was like, let's just get the true number one for the team. And it is Singletary, but if we're rolling with Diggs and Knox, yeah, we don't need to take that huge of a risk. So the only thing I changed was I put Aaron Jones when I submitted it. So let's see here. All right, let's put receiver. I want to get Diggs in here. I want to go back to getting Cup. It's going to look similar to the one I showed you, but I'm going to do no Adams. Of course, I love Adams, but if Adams only gets me 19 points, I want to roll some Cobb out here. I love the price. It's simple. Singletary didn't win the job over a year ago for a reason. Now his ownership is high and he is negative regression. He is overdue for a bad game. I mean, I hope his bad game this week doesn't translate into the Bills losing. I really hope that doesn't happen. It could. I still think that I think Singletary he got a couple lucky touchdowns last week. It could have been anybody, man. And he wasn't even on the field that much. He had like half the snaps. He had like 28 out of 58 or something like that, I read. 50%. Cobb. Let's see what Cobb. Cooper Cobb. It's like a tongue twister putting these two guys together. Cooper Kupp, Randall Cobb. Cooper Kupp, Randall Cobb. All right, running backs. Very important. I got 5K. Let me go back to – I want to play this Rams defense. So I'm not going to play any Bucks. I could play Geo with Rams D. It's not a horrible play. It never is a horrible play. I could see Geo getting like 6 or 7 catches possibly. If the Rams D does Rams D things, like Brady throws an early pick six, a fumble, they get out to a lead 21-10 at halftime, Brady's playing from behind, you best believe Gio's going to possibly get like 5 targets in the second half alone, easily. If Fournette's somehow not involved that much with the team. So can we do that? Can we put – I didn't do that in the last lineup. I didn't put Rams D and Gio. So let's see Gio in here. Dang, I can get Henry and get a nice tight end. I can almost get Kittle. Oh, Kittle's who I wanted with this lineup at least. So Rams D, because Kittle's due, man. I mean, what's his ownership at? It's going to be all the big dogs are due. Kittle's projected at 20%. I think it'll be lower than that, like not that much lower, like 18. But hey, with this lineup, I can get Titans D back. That's a safe play. So here I get Allen. I don't have any Kansas City. Ooh, I have no Kansas City run back. So for Allens to have huge optimal games, I got no. I really should have Kelsey here. That means if I get Kelsey, I can't get Henry. I don't want to put McKinnon in this lineup. I know I could get McKinnon. I'm just not on him this week. And how much is Hill? Hill's more than Kelsey, so that makes this just as hard. Ooh. I mean, I could pay down on Allen, but then it makes no sense having Diggs and McKenzie. Even if I took McKenzie out, it's not going to change much. If I wanted Henry, Diggs, Kupp. But I feel like I want a run back. You got to have at least one run back. If Allen's going to smash with Diggs and McKenzie, you got to have at least one run back with the Chiefs. I just don't know who it is. I could take Kupp out. Man. Could put Hill in here with that's not really the direction. I really want Kupp in here with Bernard. I like that look. I think it's Henry. I can't ever find a reason to put Henry in the lineup. I'm really struggling with that. I can get Mitchell back in here. It's crazy. Is Mitchell and George Kittle's 5,300, so he's the cheapest out of the three. I I could upgrade Titans D if I wanted to. I could upgrade McKenzie. I don't know. I could just roll Allen and Diggs. How much is Emmanuel Sanders? Is he 4K? He always hovers. He's 4,100. So I could swap out McKenzie and get Emmanuel Sanders and Diggs. What if, I know we all love Diggs. What if it's Emmanuel Sanders and McKenzie? Wouldn't that be crazy? Like, you just never know any given week. It's risk taking. We're playing in fields with 5,000 entries plus. You're going to tell me how many lineups have Allen, McKenzie, and Sanders in them? Not that many. So if that smashes, if those are the top two receivers that get 20 points, 20-ish each, who knows, man? I want to see something. If I took Diggs out and I put Sanders, I upgrade and got Henry for Mitchell? Really? Where else do I go here? I can upgrade McKenzie instead of Sanders. I can leave it like this, but this is just nutto. Am I leaving some? If I swapped out Bernard, doesn't change. Can't get Mixon. I'm not really on Mixon. Aaron Jones is the second highest running back. I don't know, man. I'm not clueless when it comes to trying to set these lineups. We're just trying to find some uniqueness where everybody else is on it and it looks like a smash play. And I agree that Diggs is like, he's definitely due for this game. So I can see Diggs and Kelsey both having ceilings. And then if we rolled with, if I wanted to roll Henry, it's hard to put Henry, Cup in like the same lineup. It's really risky. It's definitely risky, even though they have high ownerships. Now, let me go back to Bernard. I can't get no receiver here. Not yet. I could put Hill in. Hill and Diggs. What if they smash and Kelsey takes a back seat? Let's put Hill here. Let's take Kelsey out. Because if Hill smashes, I can't play Bills D. I just don't see. Bills D did get a defensive touchdown in the playoffs last year against Lamar Jackson. That 100-yard interception from the end zone all the way back, that was nasty. But it's hard. Whenever I put Hill in a lineup, I'm thinking fireworks. Definitely. And Kelsey seems like the safer play. So what if I did Hill and Kittle, took out Henry, and I rolled with Hillard? Oh, I can make this work out. And I take out Titans D and I roll with Rams D. That's what I wanted. Hold on one second, guys. Hey, Gretel, you okay over there? My dog has nightmares, so she's making like these cries. Hey, Gretel. Hey, honey, you okay? Don't go crying, okay? Okay, honey. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a snack. Man, I like this lineup. I got let's put it on the. Oh, this lineup's not that bad at all. You get Allen, Bernard, Hillard. These are like my McKinnon. It's basically my McKinnon in Geo play last week. But if I'm playing Hillard, that means they're behind, right? So I need a Bengals receiving play. I need like T. Higgins in here somewhere. But then I just got Allen and Diggs. That's it. Man, what am I doing? Let me take Hill out and put him in the flex. Let me put Higgins in here. Nah, that don't make sense. Just maybe Bengals spread around, but Hillard gets his. Do I need a Bengals run back anytime I want to play Hillard? And why am I still on Hillard? I don't know. But man, this lineup it zeroes it out, which is fine. These are all the plays I like. So it's me zeroing it out. I'm not just reaching for guys. I dabbled in all these players, so I don't mind it. Let's put it in. The pylon, the $3 pylon single entry. Sure, let's put it in there. I'm gonna grab a snack. If you're still on Cha Cha, you want to BS, I'll be here, man. Just hanging out. If you guys ever jumping through, here's our Discord page. We're gonna be MIA. I suggest everyone to take a break from DFS and whatever that means to you. Don't play this day in, day out. When NFL ends, man, take a little break. Even if you still like basketball, baseball, hockey, always take breaks, guys. Here we are talking about the slates. Hey, man, you guys are all welcome to jump in. I'm always posting some lineups. I'm going to take a quick little break.
FOX. FOX.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. This DJ Breathing Fantasy Football, literally. And man, when I came up with my name, I was thinking, how can I incorporate fantasy football into yoga and to have it be literally what I'm trying to combine together. I want everyone to be happy at the right times, and there's times where we're not going to be happy in life, but overall, be glad to be alive and just enjoy the life we have, man. It's great. I get to be on the internet talking to you guys all around the world. Nobody had this capability 20, 30, 40 years ago, so this is awesome. Even way before that. I like looking at those things. I like to appreciate and give thanks back to just having this life. All right, where we at here? Sorry for eating, and I'm just hanging out, man. Ain't nothing serious. So last two lineups I did Allen or Rodgers lineup. I want to look at a Showdown. I think I still want to do one more lineup where I record a millionaire lineup for you guys. Because if I ever smash a millionaire lineup, man, I'd love to have it recorded. It'd be awesome. It'd be like, I mean, I don't know what sometimes I always want to be like just talking to millions of people at once. It sounds cool, but I'd like to wish I could actually speak to each and every person. Like if I had a stream that had 600 people watching right now, I'd want to try and talk to 600 people at each and every time. That's the mindset I have to want to get back to just hanging out with people, man. Yeah, man. I don't know how old you are, man, but I'm 36, so I was playing on a Apple back in the late 80s, 90s. I mean, it can't be 80s. I'd have been 5 years old, around 89. I was playing Nintendo. Nintendo is my thing, man. Nintendo came out in, I think, mid 80s in Japan, and when it made its way to United States, I was a big video game guy. I don't play video games really much anymore, but man, I used to kill some 007. That was like the first person shooter game to like really take it off the map. So I love some Madden. I used to kill some Madden. But just talking about fantasy, just talking about like video games. That was my version of seeing the internet kind of find its groove into connecting people playing games. Man, it's so popular now. But this is the way I like to do it. I like to connect you guys doing some grown men fantasy football lineups because this shit's not easy. A lot of this can be you're just donating your money away if you don't know to a certain degree how to play. You can't just pick anybody and throw them in a lineup. So I love just trying to find some unique looks. All right, let's look at a Packers showdown. I want to look at a Packers showdown because I want to get back to trying to set a Millie lineup, and then we're gonna send the stream asleep. We're gonna go to bed. Yeah, man. So this is one of the first looks I did for the Packers showdown. I put Aaron Jones in the captain. That's when I realized I think I'm just gonna roll with it, man. So this one has Jones in the captain, Adams, Rodgers, and Mercedes Lewis. This is not a pretty lineup. George Kittle and Jawan Jennings. Possible. I think I'm saying that. What am I saying? If Jennings has any kind of fantasy good game, that means Garoppolo did something. Like Jennings is not going to be optimal with George Kittle without Garoppolo. Garoppolo would be optimal too, I think. Let me clear this whole lineup and start fresh. So you know the play I'm going at captain here. It's quite obvious. I want to see what a Randall Cobb and the captain looks like. This will allow me to still get at least Debo, Rodgers, and Adams. I can get all three of these dudes. Rodgers, Adams, and Debo with Cobb at the captain. Not bad. I mean, that's a great. Now I can just run simulations and see what fits this. That's a good way to do it too. If I were going to do optimizers. But I can kind of do it by scratch here. I get Eli Mitchell and Mercedes Lewis. How crazy would this be? This is really the lineup I was trying to achieve. You get Cobb. I mean, this lineup's going to be duplicated a lot. It really is. But you know what, man? You get Cobb and the captain. You get Adams, Debo, Aaron, Elijah Mitchell. You get two of the big 49ers rushing game with Mercedes Lewis. Hey, we're going to roll it, man. Yeah, that was an easy one to do. I think I'm going to put that in the $15 bubble screen. Sure, why not? Those are like all the plays I like for the Packers, and they all fit. So I'm with that, man. Is there any more we could do? I love showdowns. I'm gonna do a showdown from each game. Maybe we'll look at a tier. Hey, Chacha, you ever do any tiers? I had a sweat with a tier last week. I played. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show you the sweat I had in a tier. Could have won like $1,000. I had a big sweat. I didn't even tell you about my tier sweat. I only do like 2 or 3 tiers. To me, I don't need to get that creative because if I see the play that I'm just in love with, I don't need to make that many combinations of tiers. So I don't see how tiers are still popular. People play them. Let's look at this tiers. So out of 2,378 entries, I got 14th place. Not bad. First place was this lineup on the right here. So, yeah, I had McKinnon, man. McKinnon just totally – I was rooting – when I was watching this game, I was watching this tier, and I still had Kelsey and Mahomes going. I was like, come on, man. Can you guys get any more points? And McKinnon? But no. But it worked out. So, yeah, tiers are all right. We could do a tier. I mean, so you never done a tier? Do you know what it is? Do you understand the tiers? Because I'll set one with you, man. And you can tell me the plays you like, and we can make a tier. You know what? Let's do that, man. Let's do a tier. I feel like a tier is a great thing to do on the stream. Yeah, I think tiers are just straight up casino style gambling. I mean, we have to pick the one player we like that Draftkings decides that they want to group. And I think they do them in like 4s and 8s. We're going to look at one real quick. So I got this $5 in, do another. I think I'll do another $5 single entry. All right, we're going to do one, man. Trying to find a good single entry to do. I'll do this $3 3 max. We'll do a couple of them maybe. All right, here's the tiers. I was looking for them. So this is it. You get 6 sections of players to pick. The first section is quarterbacks. So they got 4 quarterbacks. The second one's a tier 2. They got, well, I'll just show you. I'm going to clear this out. So the first one, the tier 1, they have Allen's, Mahomes, Brady, and Rodgers. We just got to pick who's going to have the most points out of those 4 guys. That's it. I like, if somehow Rodgers, I don't think Rodgers is going to outscore Allen and Mahomes. I feel like one of those guys has to possibly outscore Rodgers, even if it's by a couple points, like 3 or 4. I don't know, man. Oh, you mean you want to jump on the stream? Hey, if you want to jump on the stream, you let me know if you got your mic set up, whatever you want to do, man. Or if you just want to text here, that's fine too. Yeah, but I feel like you can't pass up on it. You can't play Rodgers here. It's Allen or Mahomes. I'm going to go with Allen. That's who we are on. And, I don't have no Buffalo play here to choose from, so I don't have to be picky. I can go Cup. I think I'd go Cup or Adams. Those are the top 2 I'd play. I feel like Cup is more of a lock to get 30 points than Adams is. But I don't know. I feel like Adams is the safest play. I'm going to roll Adams. Tier 3, you got Chase, Hill, Evans, or Jones. You can only pick one of these 4. So Evans is the guy that we believe is not going to – I think Jones could have a good game, but I'm not so high on him. It's Chase or Hill for me. I think I'm going to roll Hill. So we got Mixon. So this one you have 5 to choose from. We have Mixon, Kelsey, Diggs, Elijah Mitchell, and A.J. Brown. So I'm going to rule Mixon out right away. I still like Kelsey, but I feel like if I play Kelsey, I got to go back and choose Mahomes. So I think I'm going to pass on Kelsey. This is where we got Diggs. So I think this is where we use Diggs for our tier 4. Mitchell, Brown, no. So tier 5, it's getting a little tougher now. We got Higgins, Gronk, Kittle, Singletary, Knox, Odell Beckham Jr., Cam Akers. Now this is one where I've seen this final slot smash. McKinnon was where Dawson Knox was last week when I had Dawson Knox. I mean when I had Jarrett McKinnon. That's what set me apart. He was only played 4%. 4% of the the players that played this only picked one specific player out of the 7. So that's pretty rare. And that player that we picked smashed. So, yeah, I got Allen and Diggs on these two. And trying to think where I should go for my tier 5. I want to say Higgins is still valuable. I'm not off Higgins. I'm off Odell Beckham. I think in this group, I don't see Knox having a better game than Gronk and Kittle. So I'm scratching out Knox and Beckham, ODB. I don't know. It's between Akers. I'm scratching off Singletary. I'm kind of fading him, so I forgot that he was there as well. So there's 4 left that I like. Higgins, Gronk, Kelsey, or Akers. I feel like either any one of these 4 could really do it. I think I want to not be on Akers in this tier since I'm not rolling Cooper Kupp. Maybe I should play Akers. See, that would be the crazy thing if Akers outscores everybody and Akers has a 24-point game. Like he would have to outscore everybody. That's the only way this works, because if Higgins gets 25 points and Akers gets 24, it's not good enough. I mean, it's going to be okay, but it's not. It needs to be the best one. It's hard. So where do we go? I don't know. I'm thinking Higgins or Akers. Or should I go Gronk or Kittle? Man, Kittle can have a smash game. I'm not. But then that means Garoppolo has a good game. Let's go Gronk and cover our cases on a few. Yeah, I like Gronk. I didn't want to rule him out yet. That's true. Yeah, there's certain places to play certain guys based on how you may do your bets and all different other formats. So you got a very solid point there. Yeah, I like Akers. So here's my last one. You know the play I like. It's right at you at the very bottom. And I'm surprised they don't even have McKenzie in this one. So I'm glad McKenzie's not up here because I'd be clicking him a lot. Yeah, Giovanni Bernard. I mean, I can't see a guy that can repeat his same performance last week. Like, this guy can easily do that. And I'm not on Dylan as much anymore, so I'm okay with that play. Julio, that's a sneaky one. If somehow Julio, he was involved the last game of the year. He's been picking up. So maybe if Henry and A.J. Brown play, this opens it up for Julio. He could have a smash game. I mean, right now I'm debating between, honestly, Julio and Gio. I feel like I want to be risky and roll with Julio Jones. I'm not even playing Julio in any DFS yet, so it's crazy to want to play him in this tier. I'm just getting a different vibe. I don't know. I mean, I was thinking about, there's always a guy I think about each and every week where it's like, man, should I play him? Like, I rushed to play Dallas Goedert last week because I just had this feeling like he may have a big impact, and he did, but he just didn't get a touchdown. But Goddard had a big impact for the Eagles last week while they're getting blown out. But, man, do we go Gio here or Julio? My heart wants to go Julio and then put him in some lineups. I want to see what he looks like. But I can't make a case for someone being sneaky in this spot right here besides Julio Jones. He's like the one guy that could be real sneaky. Like Lazard, I don't think that's sneaky. Michelle, nobody expects him to do well with Cam back. Ayuk, possibly Ayuk, but I'm not on any Niner receivers besides Debo. Yeah, it's either Julio or Gio for me. I feel like I gotta go Gio. That's just. But then I got Gronk and Gio. I'm gonna do it. I do want to play Julio. I may look at him again. You like Tyler Boyd? Let's do another one. So I'm gonna get Tyler Boyd, Cam Akers, Cooper Kupp, Gronk here. It's almost the same as last one. So tier 3, what do you like in tier 3? Do you like Chase? Chase fits. No, because I'm rolling with Boyd. So it's either Hill. I like Hill the best. Then I like Aaron Jones. But I'd rather believe that if Allen smashes, then it seems like Hill or Kelsey should smash. This is basically the same thing we did, except we roll with Kupp instead of Adams. Kupp or Adams? I think I'll roll with Kupp in this one and Tyler Boyd instead of Giovanni Bernard. But what do we end up grabbing? So we got the number 1 from tier 1, the number 2 from the number 1 from tier 2 was Tyreek Hill. He's like, because that matters. The number 2. So if 1-1-2 smashes, that's not that unique. Like Giovanni Bernard being a number 8 and Tyler Boyd being the number 1, because they had this rated in terms of the average fantasy points per game. So Tyler Boyd, he's been getting at least 11 an average throughout the season. So a lot of people may overlook this and just not get Bernard. If Bernard outscores Tyler Boyd, it's huge. Like a lot of people always fade the last dude in tiers, I would think. I think a lot of people, there's like, how many lineups do you think people just stick the first dude in all spots? And I bet that cashes more than we think. So being unique, finding that last spot, Bernard, it's hard for me to not be on that. I'd rather play Bernard and then play Jamar Chase or Higgins. Where's Higgins? Yeah, I'd rather play Higgins over. But I mean, you're telling me that the Boyd in the slot is a possibility this weekend? I see what you're saying. Play shorter. Oh man, I just want to go with one of these. A lot of people are going to be playing Cam Akers. I think that's the low fantasy point per game average that people won't overlook that. They'll see that. But maybe it's Cam time. So let's try that. What do you think? Cam Akers, Tyler Boyd. In tier 2, we go with Kupp or Adams. What do you mean by this? And are the player pools for the tiers decently big in the regular season? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sometimes it goes to tier 8. They sometimes do 8 categories. I know they'll have some sleepers in there, man, for sure. So we roll with Cam Akers. Do we go back to Adams? Do we say Cam Akers? So it's basically who's going to have the best. Do we roll 2 number ones? Allen and Cup are both number ones in their tiers. I sound probably crazy. Keep repeating the word tier. I don't know, man. This is why tiers, like I do it, but it gets boring after a while. It's not that unique, but it's always good to put what you think your best plays are and let the tiers maybe punch that magic ticket. You just never know, man. So where are we going to go here for the tier 2? Should we roll with Derrick Henry? Is that a crazy – I mean, if he comes back and he smashes, he could totally – he's going to be low owned, I think. When you got Cup and Adams and Samuel, Henry's the odd man out here. So this is the contrarian play for sure. I like Henry here. Allen – at least Allen gets one combo for the tier. We got Hill, Henry, Akers, Boyd. It's not bad. Let's roll it. I love doing these because then if it smashes, I can go back and look at the stream and be like, dude, we recorded this. It's kind of cool. It's fun. It's good for the show. It's good just to hang out, man. Oh, you think Devontae? All right, we got one more. Let's do this last one. So you're thinking Devontae with Akers and Boyd. In tier 4, you're still on Diggs. Allen and Diggs. Yeah, it's hard not to play that one. And you were saying you like Aaron Jones. So could Adams and Jones both smash? Is there a game where we need that? Are we going to see Adams and Jones? Or do we go back to Hill? Let's go back to this one, Hill. I like this. I mean, it's tiers. You just never know if the switch that we did differently from Adams to Henry is significant. Could be. Man, it sucks there's no best balls. I was looking forward to trying to do a best ball, but they don't have any. I guess it makes sense, but they could have did something where they made a round 2 and then final round. Just did 3 rounds. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's do another showdown. I want to do one for tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to do a single entry. Bengals, Titans. It's $5. I have a $5. I can do this other $5. Let's do it. The $5 single entries are bomb diggity. I think they're easier fields, and you don't have to worry about too many sharks. Excuse me. So what's the play we love here? We're just on Tyler Boyd, so why don't we put him in the captain? So are we going to do a Joe Burrow stack for this showdown? It's hard. I'm not even on Joe Burrow in my regular classic lineups. I was just talking about Julio Jones, so I think I want to put him in this lineup. I was talking about him, and his price 6,200. That's good for Showdown. That's pretty fair because he hasn't hit a ceiling. What if he gets 24 points? What if Julio pops for 24 points? Wouldn't that be crazy? I was actually on Tannehill a little bit this week. And why is Tannehill so cheap? 9,400? That's usually they put the quarterbacks that don't do anything around there. Derrick Henry's 1,100. Man, do I roll with Henry and Jones? And I can still get Tannehill, but would that even make sense? A lot of people probably want to go A.J. Brown. If you're going to spend 6,200 and get A.J. Brown for 86, it's not bad. But I got to get Joe Burrow in this lineup if Tyler Boyd's going to have a big game. There's Usoma for 5,600. That's too high for him. 5,600, that's pretty high. I think he comes down a little bit. I don't see him having a big game. So if I don't play Henry, I could roll Hillard here. If I feel like Joe Burrow, how about we do that? Let's take Henry out of this lineup. Just trying to GaLaXy brain with you guys and see what could work. So Joe Burrow's going to need at least two of his weapons, I would say. Could even be Joe Mixon. They're going to have to throw short, you're saying, right? Let's put Mixon and Boyd in here. Damn, I can get Jamar Chase, but I can go down and get Tannehill and get the double quarterback. Will Tannehill outscore Chase? That's the thing. I think so. Especially if I'm rocking Hillard and Jones. Not a bad lineup. I love that there's salary left over. That lets me know that this is pretty unique. It's definitely unique. It could be like 100% unique. But there's still I didn't leave that much, so that's good. All the big guys except Mixon. I don't have no Jamar Chase, no Henry. That's not the greatest approach to do this one with Boyd at the captain. This could be a total bust. But on the other hand, it could smash. You got two quarterback plays. We're expecting shootout with this one. Let's do one more. I want to do one more from that game. I need another exposure. Maybe do the $3 pylon. Where can we go for this one? What direction? So we played McPherson. Let's put Bengals kicker in the flex somewhere. So what world would this make sense where McPherson is optimal? And what's the other direction we go? Where do we look here? What side of the ball is the captain? With the Bengals, is there a way where McPherson's optimal in the Bengals? Joe Burrow? No, you can't put him there. Chase? Or Mixon? Maybe Mixon? I'm trying to think where they're kicking a bunch of field goals and Bengals are still in the captain spot. A.J. Brown? Or I think I'd roll with A.J. Brown or Julio here. Titans defense shakes them up. Oh, man, that means we got to get Titans D and McPherson? How does that work? That means we're going opposite of the lineup we just did. That would mean like it's going to be a low scoring if we're expecting McPherson to be optimal and Titans D. I think it's possible. And we put Derrick Henry in the captain. I mean, if I'm playing Titans D, that's the direction I'm going. I would say just one, like maybe Mixon. Mixon has a bunch of receptions. But it's hard for me to put McPherson in here now if we're wrong with Titans D. Yeah, I agree. But we still need another Bengals skilled guy to get McPherson those field goal opportunities. So if Joe Burrow has a bad game, throws a pick six or a fumble somewhere, I need to have Tannehill then. Gotta have at least one quarterback. It's hard for me to see. Maybe Joe Burrow still with Titans D. Now that would be just so ugly. But I got Henry in there. Anything makes possible having a complete stud at captain. You can almost put anything in here in the flex, and it could still be viable. Like I could put Joe Burrow. That's very contrarian. Joe Burrow runs any bit. Does he get any rushing touchdowns? I don't think so. He's had a couple, yeah. He's had two. Maybe he's due for a rushing touchdown with Mixon and McPherson and Titans D. Who can I get for 5,300? I can get Ferkshire, Westbrook, I can. I'd rather get both running backs, Hillard and Henry. That would be crazy, man. This line is so contrarian, ugly. Because I feel like if I put a receiver in here, then I'm going to wish I had Tannehill. So if Hillard somehow spells Henry and they both get a rushing touchdown, let's say they spell each other, and Titans D. But then, I don't know. I mean, I could get Foreman. It'd be crazy to put Henry and Foreman in. There's no way. If Henry plays, this guy don't see the field at all, right? I could get Ferkshire, but then I'm going to wish I had Tannehill instead of Burrow. But then it's hard to have Tannehill with Henry at your captain. That I don't really agree with. So I could go Henry and A.J. Brown, because A.J. Brown could have a big game without scoring that much, just one touchdown. Like he's done it a couple weeks against 49ers. He totally smashed. Yeah, it's hard for me not to be on Adams. Look at A.J. Brown smash it against the Niners. I remember that game. Higgins or Boyd. I'd roll with Boyd here instead of Burrow, since you're saying possibly more receptions where he doesn't score as much. I'd love to get more receptions and no TD, because then that lets me know that Joe Burrow is not optimal. But, man, with this lineup, I don't have any – I could go No, not that. I thought I could get Joe Burrow. I can't get Joe Burrow. Dang it. Could get Tannehill. Maybe Mixon. I guess I could pay down on Brown, but I like Brown. This would be crazy. No quarterback. This is, I mean, Tannehill hasn't really been that optimal, so we would have to hope Joe Burrow gets like 10, 15 points. They both just get 10, 15 points, and these guys outscore them. But to have Mixon and Boyd without the quarterback with Titans D, that's questionable. But it's a great lineup for its creativity. I'm gonna put it in there. I can't think of why to make a change. I rarely make lineups with no quarterbacks, but this one basically says that the defense and the kicker are gonna snipe some points away from the quarterbacks. That's what it's saying. Maybe AJ Brown gets a rushing touchdown. Don't he rush every now and then? He gets some snaps. It's not bad. It's a good lineup. And this is playoffs. I got almost 3 hour stream going on here. Sweet. All right, where we going? We haven't done no. I'm gonna save the Packers last. Let's look at so we did a Bills one. Wait, what was that lineup that we did? Oh, we did a Packers one. That's the one we did. So I still need to do Chiefs, Bills, and Bucks, Rams. Let's do this $15 bubble screen. Reason I want to do this one is because I want to see what an OJ Howard lineup looks like. I'm not going to put him in the captain. No way, Jose. Howard's like $600 or $800 a bet. 800. I think this is one where I put maybe Giovanni Bernard, or I think Cooper Kupp has to go here. This is like a no-brainer. You got to put Kupp here in the captain, because if he bounces back and gets you 30, 35 points, you're going to be looking good, even though everybody's playing him. If Howard has a good game, that means Brady probably has a good game. Could I go Howard and Gronk? You know I like Bernard, and for $5,200, I think that's the right price for him. Ooh, I can get Akers. I like this lineup. Man, this was quick. This was easy. You got Brady, Howard, Bernard, and Gronk with Cup and Akers. I like it. It's good for a single entry for a bigger, like this is the highest I go, $15. And to get a lineup where I got Cup at the captain and Brady and Gronk, I'm just banking on Howard and Bernard because it looks like Akers is moving on up. This is a good lineup. Like, I don't think you need Rams D here. Not if you're rolling with Brady. I like it. Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at the Chiefs Bills. Let's do a lineup there. And we'll do one more Millie Maker. Oh, this $12 single entry? Sure, why not? All right, 10K to first, 3,900 entries. Let's take it down, man. So who we going with captain? Who the mother F we rolling at captain? Let's see here. So I've been faded. I guess I'm on the Singletary fade. I didn't want to be on it, but it makes sense. This is the right week to fade Singletary. He's been riding so high, he's going to crash. And I hope the team don't crash with him, but I think he's going to crash. Excuse me. Yeah, I did a lineup earlier with McKenzie and the captain, and I could fit everybody. I want to look at it. This isn't going to be my look. I'm going to make a different look, but I put Bill Z in this one with Mahomes, Kelsey, Allen, Diggs. It looks good, man. But let's take McKenzie out if we're going to fire in a $12 single entry. I think Allen and captain, I was thinking that too. Let's fade Mahomes. Let's say Mahomes don't have a good game. What if Bills stop him on defense and they kick a bunch of field goals? I can see Butker still having a good game. He's optimal every now and then. Had a 14, 13-point game. He had a 54-yard field goal against the Bills in Week 5. He had 2 big field goals. Yeah. I don't know. Do I keep Bills defense in here? If I'm fading Mahomes, is Bills D, are they going to do it again? Is that the play? Is Bills D the play that we're overlooking? Because I think if the Bills win, Bills D shuts them down. If it's a shootout, obviously it could be a shootout, but Man, look at. I mean, Bills gave up all those touchdowns against the Colts were Jonathan Taylor. But I remember Brady did some work against the Bills in Week 14. I don't know, man. I still don't want to fade this Bills defensive play. I feel like it's sneaky. It's a low-owned play, even with Butker and Hill. Who could I get for 46? I can get Cole Beasley or McKenzie. You guys know I like McKenzie more than Beasley. I don't know, man. I don't feel like this is a game where a defense and a kicker is optimal. It's hard for me to see both. I feel like I got to either fade Bills D or fade the kicker. Let's say Bills D don't do it. Who's my cheap plays? Can I get anyone that could just smash? That's cheap. Josh Gordon, man, they don't even use Josh Gordon. He's like the he's like the LaShawn McCoy. Who did they have last year that they went to the Super Bowl with? Was it Le'Veon Bell? Yeah, like Le'Veon Bell didn't even see the field. That's like Josh Gordon this year. He ain't doing nothing. There's that Derek Gore play. McKenzie. I always want to go back to McKenzie. I love McKenzie this week. And get Allen, Diggs, McKenzie, and Sanders. So we're basically saying he just lays the slaughter down again. Now that one's kind of hard. I mean, I think McKenzie could get a rushing touchdown, but I think I'd rather have him get it passing with Allen at the captain. I mean, it zeroes everything out. This one's definitely a popular. This is a very popular lineup because this is a look a lot of people look for. How can I get Josh Allen and the captain throws another 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Diggs, 1 to McKenzie, 1 to Sanders, and then you can still fit Hill and Butker in there. Yeah, this is very, very popular. But you never know, man. I feel like I'm reaching. Hardman? Not really, man. But I feel like it's hard for me to like Hardman. Hill is due for a big game. Like Hill and Diggs, they're both due. Hill hasn't had a big game in a few weeks. Since week 15. He had that big game with Kelsey. That was the first big game they've had together this year since week 1. No, I'm not on Hardman, man. I obviously don't think he's a horrible play. It's got a price that you kind of skip over. But 4,800, I think it's I don't know, man. I think if the Bills are winning, I don't think they're going Hardman. They're not looking for Hardman to help dig them out of a hole. I just think Mahomes is going to pepper the heck out of Kelce and Hill. I don't see many scenarios where Hardman has a good game. I don't know. I'm not on it. Man, I'm trying to see if I can make this one. Yeah, his ownership's kind of dying out. I haven't been ride or die with him either. I played Quez Watkins way more than I played Hardman. Man, should I play this zeroed out entry in the $12 fair catch? I really don't. I'd rather have like a McKinnon or a Clyde Edwards-Helaire instead of Butker. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire is 7,800. McKinnon's the same price basically. I don't see Knox repeating. I could see Kelce repeating. So Kelce instead of Hill, that's possible. I can upgrade McKenzie or Sanders. Who could I get for 4K or 6K? 6K is a backup quarterback, so if I get Pringle, but 4K I can get Tyler Bass on the other end, both kickers. Really? Could that really be a direction where game is kept close? But what about Sanders? Why do I still have Sanders? Josh Allen, the Diggs, and Sanders? Man, I don't really like Sanders. I just know that he's not that popular. I could get Kelce or Hill. So you're talking about Hardman? I think he's a good low-end play. Let's see what we can make him. See how he can work. Hardman and Butker. I want to get Butker in a lineup. Trying to see how this one could make sense. So week 18. I don't think there's nothing that tells me. I saw Butker. Why would Butker and Hardman be optimal together? No, that has no correlation. Yeah, because Hardman's not going to catch a bunch of balls and not score. So if he's optimal, he's going to score. That means Butker's not going to be as optimal. Is it Mahomes and Hardman with Allen? Are there any cheap guys? Did I try looking at that? Blake Bell, Breida? No. Yeah, but I mean, McKenzie and Bills is the same thing as Hardman and Chiefs D. It's hard for me to put Chiefs D in this lineup with Allen at captain, but anything's possible, man. Let's see how it looks. So where else do I want to go with Allen? We go Sanders. I could almost get. I can get Sanders, Diggs, and Singletary, but I want to fade Singletary. I feel like I still want to get. Do I put Mahomes in here? 2,600. I can get Denard Robinson. Have Hardman. No. I don't like that. McKenzie and Hardman? I don't know. I'm just trying to show myself and possibly show you how this makes sense. How does it make sense? How can we have these four guys be a possible nut combination? It's like no reason to play Clyde Edwards-Helaire here or McKinnon. I don't have any Mahomes, Hill, or Kelsey in here. It's hard for me to say Chiefs D and Hardman, where maybe I gotta have Mahomes. This is where I was just at. Zach Moss. Do we fade Singletary and roll some Zach Moss? I feel like a Singletary bust. It doesn't mean that Zach Moss does good. I don't think that's the case at all. He's hardly used, man. They feel so much confident in Singletary. I don't know. I'm kind of like in a buzz here right now. I'm just trying to see. I don't know, man. This lineup don't speak to me if I want to have Allen, Diggs, Hardman, and Chiefs. Trying to see what other pieces really, truly can make sense. I'm like reaching to just get him Mahomes in there. Could I have Hill, Hardman, and Chiefs? But then how do you not have Mahomes? The only thing I can think of is Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting a rushing, but then I got a 6K spot. I don't know. Yeah, but if they bench Singletary or he's not used as much, where does Allen go? Can we find Cole Beasley in this lineup? I could turn around and get Kelsey at least. So this one gives me Allen, Diggs, and Beasley. When I smashed that Showdown for $1,200, I had Allen, Diggs, and Beasley in a lineup. That's what did it against the Titans. That was the nut combination with Tyler Bass and Henry at the captain. I mean, this all fits and all. I'm just trying to see if it truly is. So what is it saying? Kelsey gets like 8 catches, no touchdown, 120 yards. 8 catches, 120 yards, no touchdown from Kelsey. Hardman gets maybe one receiving touchdown and a punt return. Chiefs D gets defensive score. Allen and Diggs and Beasley. Not bad lineup. Makes sense. I like it. I mean, I think I like McKenzie over Beasley. I don't know. I'm going to go back to it here. I want to see what McKenzie looks like. But I feel like Beasley is another sneaky low ownership play. People aren't looking in Beasley's direction. I love leaving 1,800 left over. 1,800 is like that's my signature move to leave salary left over. My birthday is 18, so I look at 18. It's a symbolic thing for me. It makes sense to me. So I love leaving 1,800 left over. Rolling out McKenzie, Diggs. I'm rocking this. I'm sorry, man. Probably not the greatest, but it's saying who's going to have a better game, McKenzie or Beasley. That's basically what I'm saying with this lineup. Who's going to have the better game, Beasley or McKenzie, if everything else is the Nets? I'm rocking it, man. I love taking risks. That's a risk lineup. A little bit. It's not a huge risk, but it's definitely a little bit. All right, we're going to go do this from scratch. We're going to do the millionaire right now. All right, here we are. Heck yeah, thanks, man. So, $1 million up for grabs. I'm going to have one lineup out of 100. No, I'm going to have two, but I'm going to do one on the stream here. Two lineups out of 177,000 entries. There's really... And last week, the millionaire lineup, I'm going to pull it up real quick. Let's look at it, man. Here's a millionaire lineup. I don't even know if I cashed in it. I didn't cash in it. So Girl Pal won $1 million. Awesome job. I had one good play, Giovanni Bernard. Debo, not a horrible lineup. 121 points. Where did I miss the 132 was cash. So it's not bad. This would have won a double up. I would have won a double up with this lineup at least. I think. Don't quote me, man. But this was a Saturday. I think I did good on the Sunday, Millie. Let's look at that one. Here we go. I was looking for the other one. I hope it goes into week 3. Hey, thanks for the shout out there. Oh, not this lineup. This was horrible. I did this one on Saturday. Did I really put this in the millie? Yeah, I think this is bad. Bad. Not a good lineup. I guess that was it. I was trying to look for a cool one. Man, this one got me. This is another good entry I had. 25th place out of 6,000 entries. I had this one last week. 25th place out of 5,945 entries. First place was 189. I had 172. This is where I had Mahomes, McKinnon, Bernard, Tyreek Hill. Look at my receivers. Straight trash. Hill, Schuster, and Lamb. But then I had Kelsey, Debo, Buccaneers D. Man, if I would have paid down on CeeDee Lamb and got 15 points extra with Amari Cooper, 15 points would have gave me 187. And then I could have got Juju a little bit better. Or I could have put Samuel in. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. All good. All right, let's do this lineup. I was just kind of thinking what a millionaire lineup looked like and how close we could have got to it. Oh, you know who I want to play in some Showdown in the Packers Niners? I want to play some Trey Lance. I'm going to make a lineup with Trey Lance. There's just that uniqueness. You can't play Trey Lance ever in the Classic, but you could sure play him in the Showdown. So let's see here. Yeah, you like the possible 2 cheap running backs again? Is that the direction we want to go with this millionaire lineup? I'll make it with you, man. We hit this thing, I'll split it, man. Just don't take me to court, man, because I definitely give you a huge chunk. But yeah, man, if we make a lineup and we smash, it'd be awesome. Let's make a lineup and I'm gonna hit the rack. I'm tired. But yeah, where can we roll here? I feel like I'm torn between Allen and I love Rodgers' ownership, and we're not on Mahomes, so it's Allen. I feel like that's who we're high on. Cheap running backs. Well, as cheap as I'll go is Hillard, 4,300. Jeff Wilson, not in play. bRAin, not in play. Vaughn. I mean, Vaughn is in play if somehow what did they say? Did they ever say anything? Did I read anything? So Perriman's not playing. But Tyler Johnson he hasn't did it, man. I think we're on Gronk there. Gronk's the smash play or OJ Howard. Mm-hmm. Do we roll with Hardman in this million maker? I don't even like Hardman, but there's a lot of times I fade guys I don't like, they smash. I think people seeing Perriman out is going to totally make people just believe that Evans is a lock without looking at his possible matchup. Could Perriman being out hurt the Bucks in a sense? Like, that was a big veteran player. No Antonio Brown, no Godwin, no Perriman. So they got to rely on Gronk and Evans to kind of do enough moves out there to possibly have some of these other guys open up. I don't know, man. I think Perriman was a good receiver. Excuse me. Give me 1 second, man. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a refill of some water. What's up, man? So you're saying we should get a bunch of cheap guys? Like stack the Bills Chiefs game? What do we mean by stack? Like, if we want to fade Mahomes, then it's hard to play Hill and Kelsey. So what if we play Hardman? But then
Download to have him fall.
I don't know.
If you're offline. Get YouTube Premium.
Excuse me 1 second, man. All right, let's see here. All right, we're back. I've been trying out Higbee every now and then. I've regretted every time this season. All it takes is Kelsey, Kittle, and Knox to have a bad day, and the tight end position is almost open to the Buccaneers at that point. Yeah, I agree. Are we going to do a lineup based on our picks that we sent in? Because basically it's Allen times 2, Gronk times 2, Cooper Kupp times 2, Adams times 2. I don't mind doing this. And can we get Henry times 2? We could do this. It's going to be like, let's see. What's the cheapest defense that we like? Titans D. Oh, this is going to be hard. I'd have to get like Hillard. But then we got Henry. So that don't make sense. Bernard, I really can't do that. I can't do this. I'd have to pay down at Gronk and get like O.J. Howard. Let's see that now. So where we at here? Where we at? Sorry for me to play Adams and Cobb. Swap Cobb and Devontae. Swap out Adams and put Cobb in. And then Diggs. Yeah, I can get like AJ Brown here, right? 6,300. I get AJ Brown for 62. Oh yeah, we can go back to Gronk. I can get a 3K flex. There's nobody 3K that I like besides Cobb is 3,100. I was looking at my 3K players. There's no straight up 3K guy that's got potential. Equanimous St. Brown, maybe he gets a touchdown, but there's nobody else that's 3K. Maybe there's a tight end. Yeah, there's no 3K play that I like this week. There's not even a 3K tight. There is DeGuara. Oh, look at DeGuara. We can't play that. So I got Giovanni Bernard in here. I could take him out. We got Henry. Do we need a 49ers running back like Debo or Elijah Mitchell? I felt like one of those dudes is optimal. Possibly. There's a big chance that one of them is. The only thing I could do is I could go McKinnon here. That still don't give me that much room. Having this combination with Titans D, even if I played, who can I get for 50? I can get Michelle. I can maybe squeeze and get Akers to fit. Look, I can get a 25. I can get OJ Howard here, Gronk and OJ Howard, but then no Tom Brady. We could totally do it. This is like, this gives us, you know what this gives us? This gives us double positional flex, whatever that means. Let me make it bigger. Like, we could totally do this. I don't know if it's really that great of a play. Oh, I don't mind this at all. Yeah, he made that bad interception towards the end of the game. Man, what do you think of this lineup? I totally, like, it totally fits in the sense of I got 2 Rams and Bucks and 2 Bucks. So 2 Rams, 2 Bucks. I got Cobb, Diggs, Cup, Henry, Allen, Titans D. It's not bad. No Brady, but I mean, Gronk could get a big game and Howard could just get like sneak a little touchdown with 30, 40 yards and get 11, 12 points. Getting that from your $2,500 tight end play, this is very unique. This is definitely millionaire sneakiness. And Allen could smash Brady. Yeah, I mean, Brady could just throw 2 touchdowns. One to Gronk and one to Howard. And they kicked 2 field goals, and the Bucs scored 20 points, and the Rams scored 24 or 17. It's maybe, I mean, it could be something like that, man. With Cam Akers, and Cooper Kupp, it's not bad. I almost would rather have Giovanni Bernard in here. But then I'd get a 3K flex, and I don't even know what to do with a 3K flex. I don't mind this lineup. I'm totally cool rolling with it. I love uniqueness. I know that nobody else has this lineup out there. We're the only ones. And it's never a bad play to roll a double tight end set, especially a Brady. With Brady, no. I'm just thinking of numbers. Anybody that's 6K running back viable? No, Singletary 59, Mixon. See, I like Bernard. It's hard for me to get off Bernard, but I can get off him and roll with this combination, I suppose. Maybe Rams get out to a lead. I don't know. It's definitely unique, man. I think I'm going to lock it in. You got any objections? I could. We like Kupp and Diggs. Cobb is my sneaky cheap play that is a chalk. But OJ Howard's definitely not chalk. Nowhere near it. So that makes it unique in that sense. See, I could pay down. I just want to see something. I'm going to take Akers and Gronk out. Or do I keep? I wanted to see what Bernard and Gronk looks like. Take out. All right, I can take out Titans D. What's the cheapest D I can get? Bills D, Chiefs D. Chiefs D, another $3,100 play. I can get Ferkshire here. I mean, how do we play Chiefs D with Allen? It at least in Classic, it's almost crazy to think that this can make sense. You like the Howard and I liked it too. Howard and Gronk. Let's roll back to it because this is what I did, and I don't like it. I don't like Chiefs D. I mean, I could go Bills D here, but then why would Allen be optimal? It's just unique having a $2,500 tight end in the flex, and if he becomes optimal, it blows everything out of the water. What if we took Allen out and we put Tom Brady in? Because I'm looking at it to see what it looks like with Bernard, Gronk, and Howard, and we had Brady in here. I just want to see what I can make. I like Allen way more, but it would basically say, why don't you just upgrade your OJ Howard play? Yeah, this don't make sense. I gotta put Cup back in here. I mean, Acres. I'm getting tired, man. It's the longest stream I think I did all season. Let's see here. Where's he at? 5,500 acres. Let's do it. I can't think of a reason not to do it. Allen, Akers, Henry, Cobb, Diggs, Cup, Grunt, Howard, Titans D. Bring us home $1 million, please. It's not really bad, man. It's the plays we discussed. It's just how can we get Gronk and Howard be optimal where Brady's not? It's very unique. All right, man. Hey, good luck to you, brother. We'll talk tomorrow a little bit, but I'm just going to be chilling. And we got our lineups submitted. We're rocking with Josh Allen tomorrow, Derrick Henry, Adams, Gronk, Cooper Cup, Evan McPherson, and Niners D. All 2X. And our bench is Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox, Travis Kelce, Crosby, and Packers D. I totally agree with the Kelce play, even though one of them's going to lose. Excuse me. But at least if the Bucs lose, if they win but lose the championship game, then we at least have hopefully Knox or Kelce. Knox or Kelce. I don't even think I'm showing this on the screen. Not that I have to, but sure, why not? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm feeling like this is it. King Henry. Yeah, we'll see, man. I think we have a great starting roster for round 2. So if the Rams lose and Gronk wins, then we'll have Knox or Kelce in the ×2 for that week, which is okay. But you're right, man. We got to have a combo with Mahomes. All right, man. Thank you, brother. You're part of that team, too. So have a good night. See you, man. And good luck to you. Enjoy your Saturday with your boy. Take care, everyone. Good night.